People who work in it. What's the wildest thing you've discovered/had to do while at work? 1. Back when I first started ages ago, a woman called in and said my mouse isn't working. I asked her if it was wired or wireless. I don't know. Why would I know that? What do you mean? Is it wired or not? Is there a wire on it? I said I don't know. This isn't my job to know, it's yours. So I asked her if she picked it up and walked away, how far would she get? I was the one that got in trouble. 2. One time I started suspecting that a machine wasn't plugged in the power outlet. I didn't want to ask them directly to double check as I could easily see that escalating and the person becoming aggressive, as I heard stories before. So I said I think your power outlet may have problems. Could you unplug this machine and plug a phone charger and check if it's charging consistently? That's when the line went silent for a long time until I hear an embarrassed voice apologizing because the machine wasn't plugged in. 3. Big company, couple of hundred users, each with their own network drive, hot desking scenario, so they could get their docs, no matter where they sat in the call center/rest of building. The server that housed the home drives, as we called them, was running low on disk space, so we sent out emails to everyone saying the shared drives were for work docs only, and that we could see images, MP3s, move files, etc., and that these should be deleted if not work related. Fast forward a few weeks and the disk usage has gone down, but still really close to full, so the lowest paid member of staff, me, was to find the worst culprits and report back on what the largest content in their drive was. The very first person I checked had a huge drive, most under 500 megabytes. This was 10 GBs, sorted by size, 2 GB plus, move file, named totally randomly with numbers, like 93,829,084,320,834, opened it, CP, F my life. The subsequent police-led poop show was not what I needed to be involved in at 19 years old. 4. Drive to an office for emergency on-call service charging the client $400+ an hour to plug the power back into a switch which their cleaning staff had knocked loose. 5. Got called to investigate and unplug a laptop that had viruses detected on it. When I arrived, this laptop was in the open with the login information taped to the desk. This laptop was given local admin privileges by someone before my time for some application. This was in an office area that was always unlocked and 10 steps from the entrance of the building. No one was in the office as they went home early, including management. On a laptop filled with everyone's information, SSN, names, addresses, and more, LimeWire, games, pornography, and more. The two who worked on this laptop just used it like their personal laptop with occasional work being done on it. The laptop was promptly disconnected from the network, confiscated, and returned for analysis. Yes, there was spyware and we don't know how much personal info got out. This was reported to higher management. The two who used it disappeared quickly and quietly after that. 6. An outgoing software dev put an Easter egg in our ERP before he left. Anyone who typed the word raptor in any text field would have a raptor from Jurassic Park fly across their screen with a loud screech. Only 3 of us on the team knew about it. A little over a year later, during a demo of our asset management module, a manager asked about inputting vehicles. The trainer asked what kind of vehicle he drove, an F-150 Raptor. So the trainer, as a demo, input the vehicle description, and bam, Ra-ow, comes screeching with this Raptor flying across the screen in a room of 50 to 60 people, including our CBO, and most of our upper managers. My wife is one of those upper managers, so she sees me in the back of the room trying so hard not to laugh. She gave me this look like, really? Our boss just calmly said, well, that's not a bug or a feature. Looks like we'll need to fix that. He had no idea. The next day he went back through the commits and saw where it originated. During an after-action meeting he kept it low-key and just assigned it to me and this other dev who knew about it to take it out. He finished by saying, and please don't put Easter eggs in our code. 7. Walked all the way across campus in the Florida heat just to tell a PhD professor that the reason their monitor kept turning off every few seconds was because the computer was in fact turned off. Then got yelled at for her classroom not being ready for her when she came in. Also was told to make sure these projectors aren't in the building by the end of day. Don't care where they go, just that they aren't here tomorrow by my boss. It was more expensive to buy new bulbs for them than to just buy new ones, so that's how I ended up with 5 projectors that lasted years. 8. My husband does not work in it but he should. He worked on a facilities team at an expensive private school, and one day got a ticket to remove/trash a 75-inch TV. He approached the head of the IT department asking why he needed to trash it when he had just installed it brand new. The head of it told him it won't stop shutting off. My husband loaded it into the work van and dropped it at our house instead. Later he came home, plugged it in, and turned off the 10 minutes automatic power off timer. We got a fancy TV for free. 9. My colleague got a call from a customer who was a pastor as he needed help with his computer. It was a weekend, and my colleague knew his machine name, so he remotely logged onto it as he in parallel started calling him. Screen loads, and it's playing Lesbian Corn on his work computer, in the church. Needless to say it was awkward as the pastor answered the call a few seconds later. 10. A lady from the office downstairs borrowed my boss's keyboard whilst waiting for a replacement. When hers arrived she washed the borrowed one in the kitchen sink and left it on the draining board to dry out.